Hey everybody, it is me again. So, this is Miss Christine 55555. I am in my room. This is my new cardiac room. It has a sliding bathroom, a sitting area where you can sit on the drip. It's just all good things. All right, so, and one of the nurses brought Mr. Christine a bed. So I'm giving you an update of what is going to happen today. So today I am going to be in surgery again. Not surgery, but they are going to give me the second laceration for the chemo drip with contrast of the chemo itself is going into my spine. And so how they do that is they take vials of spine fluid, because the cancer is actually in my fluid, and that's how it's getting to my brain. So today I'm going to be doing my second dose of chemotherapy inside the spinal tap, like inside where the spine fluid is. After that, I go into, once they get in there, they take out fluid, like 5 of these bottles of fluid from your spine, and they replace it with the chemo treatment. And it's hard for me to take y'all with me. I wish y'all could go, but, you know, they wouldn't let me. So now I see double. There's double seeings when I open both my eyes. So you might see me go like this a lot. That is because I can see one thing and not double when I open both. When I open both, I see double. If I open one or the other, which I prefer this one open, but he said if I keep doing that, I'm going to end up losing, some of my muscle with having my one eye closed. So I'm going to try to keep them open, suck up the double. There's double of everything. Everything. So we suck it up and we just deal with it and keep both eyes open for the prize, which is cancer free. Now, a lot of you know that this is an experimental drug, or it's not an experimental drug, but it's an experimental treatment. I got to get that right. It's an experimental treatment. And I forget what it's called. It's a big long name. It's some kind of long name spread. So, but I've been in the hospital now for, in total this month, let's see, 11, 12, 13 days. So almost half a month I've been in here. So they have decided to keep me, they take my rounds, my spinal tap, the chemo spinal tap, and then keep me for like 2 days. Let me tell you, let me just say that taking the chemo in the spinal fluids, it was not supposed to get me sick. It was just, people can take it. No, there's only 2,000 people in the United States that have this, but they encourage them to keep on with the program because, it's going to prolong your life. And they're taking out those vials of fluid, more than what I actually need taken out, so they can send it off to the lab, and the lab will say if it's more or less from the time they took it before with the chemo and the time that they took without the chemo. So I'll be having 3 spinal taps under my belt today. So let me get a drink of coffee. I'll pause and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I had to get some coffee and lube up these lips. I realized that my lips were super dry. When I get sick, my lips are super, 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 super dry. So, all right. So then after I have my treatment is when the S sheet hits the fan. So after I come back from my chemotherapy in my spine, they will push that through, and it should go up to my brain. The next thing would be to put me on the chemo. It's going to be like this. I can't get, my hand is numb. And put it in up here, not this one particularly, but another one. And then they put chemo directly into that because it's in my brain too. I'm going to beat this, you guys. Don't worry. Your all's love and prayer and support. I'm going to beat this. And let me tell you what, you guys, my cup runneth over. My cup runneth over. You guys, whoever sent me, which I know who it is, and I'm not going to say, but a group of you sent me PayPal and Cash App. Oh my gosh, I so much appreciate it. But just want you to know, God love you, God bless you. My cup runneth over because now I don't have a job, and you guys are stepping up and just blessing me over and over again, and I appreciate that so much, so much. You just don't know how much you appreciate. I appreciate you, and Mr. Christine too. So it's definitely helping to buy stuff that we need, and I'm no way am I grifting. I don't ask for anything, but if you feel like you want to, that's up to you. But I'm going to tell you, the money you guys donated to me, oh, lifesaver. But don't send any more. I just don't want I don't want to. You keep your money. I just need prayers. Prayers, 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 and more prayers. But so I'll continue with my thing. So originally I was supposed to do radiation, then chemo, then immune therapy, and getting that tap back on my head. But it has changed, and later on I will be featuring us talking to the doctor. I've got permission to do it, and you're gonna see. He's gonna tell you my prognosis. He's gonna tell you the 2% that survived. You know what their treatment was, and it was older when they were going to just start the radiation first. So the plan has changed from that to chemo first, then radiation, then immune therapy. And they're doing that because once you start radiation, there is a time period where you cannot insert any chemo treatment, because once you do that, it's the harshest radiation that there is, period. No more harshness. This is it. They decided to do that next instead of first because you have to have a break. You have to have a certain break of time before you start any other chemicals, anything extra after you do the radiation. So I will actually be doing the chemo first, then the radiation, so that way if the chemo is not killing my tumors that are in my spine, the tumors are from the top of my scalp to the bottom of my pelvis bone. That's how it's the whole spine fluid that's surrounding the spine is filled with cancer, and then my brain, of course. So we are going to do the spine radiation, or the spine chemo first, because you only rest for a little bit and then you can start the radiation. If you did it vice versa, we'd have to wait a long time, and that's opportunity for the chemo not the chemo, but the cancer to go more throughout my body. Now my stomach has been hurting, so I don't know if the cancer has spread to my stomach. So before I start my radiation, I'm going to get a full PET scan. Now let me tell you a minute about the insurance in this. Let me get a drink because it's a long one. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So I can't get the PET scan while I'm enrolled inpatient I have to pay $60,000 for this cash, or not cash, but like no insurance will cover it unless I'm out of patient. If I'm out of patient, they will cover my PET scan in full. But if I'm inpatient, I have to pay $60,000 out of my pocket. So we're going to get this treatment today. Keep me in house for 2 days after my throwing up and my episodes, so that they can, that's a study that they can put into their folders for this study, because like I said, there's only 2% has lived past a year and a half. So what this is they're writing down the side effects, they're writing down everything, because this is going to be part of the study for this type of cancer, which is, I think I feel blessed to be part of that. And hopefully maybe this is the first time they did chemo first, then radiation. So I am part of that study, and I'm going to be listen, we are going to be in the books for being a survivor with this treatment. I just feel it. I feel that they're going in the right direction, and oh my gosh, you guys, I think that we're going to get it. So let us be the cure that this type of cancer needs to kill it. So let's pray that this is going to be the treatment. Right now they haven't found the treatment to pull everybody through. And like I said, they don't have a lot to go on. In the whole world, there's 2,000 people that have this. 2,000, that's it. No more. That's a very small, percentage to study, because usually thousands of people have it, but this is rare. So we're it, people. We are it. Tag, you're it. So let's hope that we can get through this, and I will be the exception to the rule. But they are documenting every side effect that I have, every throw up, every poop, everything. They're studying it all. So let us be the study, and let us be the cure for this type of cancer. To me, it's kind of a blessing. It is kind of a blessing, because I am part of this study. I am the part of what may make cures and save women's lives other than myself. How cool is that, y'all? What if I am that cure? Like the treatments, and documenting all the side effects, and what to watch out for when you're starting to get sick, or you are having some kind of reaction to the treatment. I will get that doctors talking to me later and post it, but for now I just will do the talk. In the previous community post, that was my doctor that I took a picture of. He's so sweet. Love him to death. He is the bomb.com. I'm telling you, if you got cancer, go to my doctor. He is the bomb.com. Love him to death. He knows it too. So let's go on this journey. Today is my third spinal tap, but the second part of the treatment. So the first one, they gathered the spinal fluid to study in a study. That's the third one. The second one, that was the third one. The second one, I had the chemo with it, and now this time I'm going to have chemo with it. So here on out, when I get my spinal taps, I will have the chemo with it, and it's every single week on Tuesdays. Every week on Tuesdays. And every week I'll probably have the side effects. I don't want to do it. The side effects are brutal. These side effects. Oh, buddy. But we gotta do it. Suck it up, Buttercup. Get your butt on the bed. Get that chemo in there, and stop complaining. Is what I'm saying to myself. Just to myself. I would never say that to anybody else. No. But for me, I know what I can take. I am a high tolerance kind of person, and if I'm complaining about pain, there's pain. There is pain. So we'll see what happens. So follow me on this journey. I've got about 2 hours until my spinal tap chemo injection. 2 hours. I'm counting it down. The final countdown. All right. Love you all so much. I appreciate all your love, all your prayers, all your support, and all your encouragement. I couldn't do it without you. And those of you who did find it in their heart to donate to me on Daisy's, I don't know how she found my Cash App and my PayPal. I think when I set it up, I sent her $1 and she sent me $1 back just to make sure that it was set up and put in the right thing. So I gotta stop doing that. Stop closing your eye. They're gonna have to give me a toothpick or something so I can keep my eye open. I do that so I can see you. But anyways, looks like I'm getting ready to get a visit, and we've already had the pastor come and pray with me, so we are ready for our treatment. So let's go. In the next video, I may have the doctor on there. Who knows? It's a hot mess. I just got to concentrate on living. So all right. Love y'all so much. See you soon. Bye now. Come on this journey with me.